Go ahead and call me a coward. Say that I'm not strong because I'm not like you. Go ahead and call me crazy because I live in a maze. Tell me, how about you? I think I live in my head. Sometimes I think that I'm dead. I hide behind my youth. No, I've been losing my mind and I'm a little behind. Step inside my shoes. Because I've never been happy with myself and I don't need no one feeling bad for me, trying to offer me pity and throw jabs at me. Want to give me advice, then laugh at me. Behind closed doors, just close the door, let me be by myself. Just me and myself. I'm tired of living, I cry, I hear it's easy to die, I want to see for myself. And I know that sounds crazy to everyone else, but I'm depressed, stressed. Ain't no medicine that could cure what the test as drugs. Ain't no medicine that could cure what's the test as drugs. I mean, I need extra love. And that ain't even enough. Said that ain't even enough. And where the is God? Damn, maybe I ain't believing enough. But maybe. But today we're going to see if he's real. So I'm channeling a, hello. I'm channeling a sadness. And this sadness has many of us trapped in a space where we feel all the emotions of the planet, and the anxiety to feel everyone's feelings is too heavy, okay? So we need to breathe, okay? That's number one. We're gonna go through the deck here, hormones on top. So we're gonna focus on staying balanced in our hormones, okay? So take a breath. Relax into the moment, okay? We're just gonna be here together. We're gonna go through some cards. We're gonna talk about our hormones because, yeah, the alignment, the world, the mess out there that is, you know, I'm seeing like an ocean, like the waves. We're just kind of in the tides right now. We have to kind of float and go with the waves. In emergency situations, guys, we have to go with the motions. Go with the motions. This is a time to just kind of be free, right? Don't worry about all these rules and all these boxes and all these regulations and all this red tape, because we're going to focus on being calm. There's a lot of plans in the works to get you out of alignment. Things that you don't want to know. Things are going on, okay? WTF. In ways that we just have to remain calm, okay? We need to constantly stay tapped into spiritual protection. And that's yourself, obviously, in the astral, that's you, but also tapping into your team, because there's a lot of us. It's a beautiful way to express if you want to look at it as like pirates. There's pirates that are deep in the trenches right now, and there's some of us like at the borderline between realm shift, like where we shift timelines. And we're trying to get in sync and in control of ourselves as we ride these waves. There's a lot of waves that we're feeling the turbulence, okay? Exactly. We're feeling the turbulence. We have to trust, this card says Jesus. We have to trust on reaching out to our interdimensional guides. What does that mean? Guys, I can't even fully explain it, but there is, and I know that religion specifically wants to go, they're demons, everything's demons if it's magic, which is fear, because there is always going to be a contrast, a polarity, a black and a white. That's the measurement of the boundaries of time and space. And if the ultimate thing to fear is a demon, then we also have to acknowledge there must be something equivalent in the light. And people that are acting in the light know that through God, you know, through the source creator, the omnious force that tests and trials you and gets you purified. Like that force of energy is real, and there's beyond beings helping. Okay, we got sensory issues, fluid, and symptoms of hypervigilance. Sensory issues, you know, not being able to sense properly is becoming too normal. I'm noticing too much of I don't know, like if my sense picks up on something, the narrative wants me not to. And if I convey that or share it, it seems to be blocked, right? There's this like resistance, and it's really important not to resist. Resistance energy, yeah, see, fluid, like we don't want to resist. We have to really ride these waves. Symptoms of hypervigilance. So hypervigilance is making me feel like really tense and fearful, right? We have to like not think like that. It says the kingdom of God belongs to those who receive it like a child. Mark 10:15, verse, you know, entrance to the kingdom is given, not earned. Humbling oneself spiritually and materially, standing with those whose society deems unimportant, accepting gifts, being humble and teachable. Yeah. They're trying to block every way that we connect to divinity by bombarding us with so much nonsense. Like we're so attached to the intricate maze, the system, the crazy construct thing, that it's hard for us to just be in love, just to be vibrating of love. Like that's literally being blocked. We have to be very conscious of that by being in control of the day-to-day. Like what can I control right here, right now, you know? We got epigenetics and the 8th house. Transformation, death, sex, mystery, growth, healing, addictions, obsessions, deep bondings, secret, occult, psychology, soul level change, in-laws. And it's ruled by Scorpio. Epigenetics and the 8th house. It's interesting. Okay, yeah. So we were talking about hormones. Hormones with the 8th house and epigenetics is kind of showing me like they need our sexuality and our signals to be blocked. You know, they're doing a lot. This, I didn't speak this one out loud yet. Operation High Jump. There's a lot of plans that have been put in place for this moment in time. And as we ride these waves through the motions of, so like we're on a ship, you know, just like 400, however many hundred years ago, we got slave ships, okay? And there's these people that are literally in chains, taken from a land to another, husbands, wives, mothers, sons, daughters, brothers, cousins, uncles, okay? Like loved ones, all put in chains. And I'm like, now I'm like, how could that be, right? Oh my gosh. And then we got wisdom with genocide. Because truly, if you think about it, that amount of fear, that control, you know, there's something going on. We have to be, you know, aware. And then the Galaxy card comes out to show us our power, to show us that it is not the end. It is not the end, it's the beginning. The end and the beginning are the same thing. The Galaxy card is like think of the galaxy, this big, beautiful oceanic sky mass that has, however many. Think of all the possibilities of beyond 3D, beyond this small limited space. We're very minuscule, grains of sand in the grand scheme of it all. So there's no need to panic. You know, we're tiny little dots. It's going to be okay. I just split there at Interstellar. You know, and that movie is all about maneuvering multidimensionally. You know, that man that goes through the fifth dimension, I think, I can't remember, but he's able to go and see why things happened at different times because he became interdimensional and expanded his awareness to understand beyond the limited belief that he had previously. And then he was able to see multiple timelines or multiple realities play out. It's such a beautiful expression of how this happens. And now the labyrinth, you know, is coming back because it's very important for us to understand what that is. Inverted from the maze, because a maze is to trap you, but a labyrinth is for you to succeed over, for you to accomplish, for you to win. You are the main character in the labyrinth when it comes to your journey, because you take this intricate leap into this unknown. And as you journey through death after death, like you go through ego death, you go through metamorphosis, you go through transition, you go through entanglement, you go through different aspects of yourself, and you realize like why people are in your life and why your family is your family and why reality is what reality is, and why you react this way and why you move this way, why you function, what's in your bloodline, why, you know, things that stop your entire life. And then you wake up, like there's this like birth that you have. Luck meets those who are prepared, and metaphysics. You know, as we journey through these waves of consciousness, light, frequency, we're just altering, we're trying to figure out it. So metaphysics is a branch of philosophy that deals with the first principles of things, including abstract concepts such as being, knowing, substance, cause, identity, time, and space. Abstract theory with no basis in reality. Because luck meets those who are prepared. You know, when we get too prepared, I realize that's like, there's always a joke. That's, you know, God always laughs when you plan, right? Or something like that. There's a real and then Christianity, exactly. That's Christianity is like, not that I don't think in its purest form. I think there's a loving story and truth to much of Christianity. But it has become this, through spells and the serpent, evil, okay? Through spells, the serpent and evil, which is bad, vicious, ill, wicked, and transgressing. I think Christianity has transgressed, exactly, because it seems like, and no bashing, truly, like I love Jesus. I love Jesus, I love God, look, we're not talking like hate here. But I think it is time to acknowledge where we are, I don't know, like arrogant and egotistical and prideful about it. Like if I'm something and you're not, that's between you and God. You know what I'm saying? It has nothing to do with me. I'm me and God got to figure it out. You figure it out with God. That's it. Like, it's always this one-way channel we forget, I feel like, personally. And I just see us, you know, yeah, we're working on the structure of home. So this 4th house card, home life, real estate, ownership, security, and later life, relationships with parents, what you keep protected from the world, and what comes from your ancestors. It's like we're going on a trip in our favorite rocket ship, going to little Einstein, because we're smart. I don't know, little Einstein. Like, we're realizing there's a lot more space to travel. You know what's crazy? How are we going to Mars? Okay. I really had this download today. How are we going to Mars when we haven't explored the oceans? But hold on. Okay. How are we going to Mars if we haven't explored the oceans? It costs money, resource, time. There's so much to say about why we might be going there. Like, is it to hide? Is it to wait out an event? Is it to, you know, like Mars? Why not the moon? Is the moon too close? Like, what is on Mars that really makes sense for us to spend our time and energy on when we can't cure things here on the planet? Because they clearly don't want to. If they did, then I feel like we would be singing a much different tune. You know what I'm saying? Like, why are we going to Mars? So dumb. But, you know, whatever. At the same time, it's about the journey. Exactly. Like, don't take such a leap. So, all right. Let me get it. Come over. So we should breathe because I got a little sidetracked and the energy got the best of me there. All right. We're here. All right. So Prison. Yep. The ice. The ice realm. Okay, guys. Codes. Prism, prison, light, trapped. This says the ice, Arctic, okay? Whatever's going on, there's a lot of mischievous, low-key, covert, hidden, like, seriously. And yeah, the mermaids, the aliens, the mermaids, the secrets. It's weird, you know? I don't know, but it's going down. It's going down, like, it's here. It's weird. It's such a weird energy to tap into. But you know what? Again, we're riding the waves together. It's okay. It's gonna be okay. Shift in perspective. And this came out again. The kingdom of God to those who receive it like a child. So we're gonna need to really, and then look, we got this real icy color. We got the white for the snow, the blue, like the ice, the poles. So now I'm seeing polar bears. Okay, and Interstellar came back out on top. So we need to be aware that things are changing, and that's okay. We're gonna ride out these changes very gracefully. We're not going to succumb to low frequencies that want to, you know, keep us trapped. So we're going to be positive. We're going to see what we should do. Make a choice, make a decision. Yeah, we have a portal to go through, guys. Yeah, this is a really decision-making energy. We got the Two of Swords with the Hangman. We have a decision to make. There's a window of opportunity. The Two of Swords, you're gonna have to get unstuck. You're gonna have to choose movement. You're gonna have to say, I recognize the portal, I recognize the door, I recognize the opening, and I'm gonna walk through it. And there's a consequence. I'm seeing a consequence. Yeah. Feeling left out in the cold. So there's a consequence materially. You're feeling a consequence. So the decision you need to make gives you anxiety around your security. You don't feel prepared. You don't feel like you're prepared or planning very well. You're wondering if you're strong enough, if you can make this, if you can get through, or how you're going to be perceived. Yeah, you recognize that you're a predator, not a prey. Meaning, if the moment came down to it and you had to defend yourself, are you going to be a piece of prey, or are you going to be the predator? Like, defend yourself. Yeah. Because you're very, very unhappy with the programs you're under, with the subconscious that you have at this time. You don't feel inspired in your environment because of the rituals and programs around you. So the occult magic that you're trapped into, the spells. Remember, we were talking about the spells, this prism, this prison, that's over your life. It has too much bearing, it has too much weight over you. You see your strength though, you're focused on it. Your intention is to take action. Your intention is to be the predator, not the prey. And potentially do something shady, potentially do something around you is a wish come true, a dream come true. I see you unclear of how do I make this wish come true. So you're trying not to make the wrong decision. Yeah, and then the tower's there. So the tower's coming out in this obstacle position, or even like what you fear. You kind of fear the repercussion. So I see some sort of decision that you feel you must make. Like, this is your dream come true, or wish granted, or this is what's going to make you feel safe or free or strong, empowered. The thing that's going to empower you is to do something out of the box. I'm gonna clarify that after I get this last card. What's the outcome? So the outcome might be something about you taking action, but maybe a little bit dramatic or a little bit, what's that word? Like instant, impulsive. Okay, impulsive action. You might take impulsive action. So let's see if we can figure this out and maybe prevent something that you may regret. Okay, so let's get a card on why the Seven of Swords is here in reverse. Where's this one? Here and now, by the book. 32, here and now. 7 of Voices. Oh, so being present in the moment. So you see how I just disassociated? My ADHD did what it did, and I had a hard time focusing. The message is to really nest, and like I'm seeing like a little mouse getting like some straw and like making a little burrow and like snuggle cozy. Like, you remember the old cartoons where they used to make the cute little critters and creatures all do the cutest little things when it got cold, or they would go get warm near a fire? Like, oh, this feels so good on my hands, you know, like that extra warmth. There's a lot of coldness in your now moment that you're willing to do something crazy to make it warmer, okay? That's why the sun here is in your subconscious in reverse. It's like you're feeling like you can't express yourself because you're so restricted, you're cold. And maybe that's why you're like really looking for the warmth to loosen up, to like loosen up your energy. That makes a lot of sense. You're looking at the past and the future. You are investigating things of the past, but your analyzing of the future seems to be an issue. Yeah, because maintaining the grace, you're putting too much force to get into the future, too much pressure on your capacity for the now. Yeah, oh, and then we get a little critter. How perfect. You have a little mouse here. Says clout hungry, says anything, does anything, makes shit up, dramatic. So I was looking at the Tower card in your fears and everything. So you're like worried about things that are going to happen around you. So this card is kind of telling me that worrying about the small details of everything that's going to happen is too intrusive. It's not allowing you to flow. Remember, we're trying to go with the flow. If you focus heavily on people that you want from your past, or people that whoever you're clinging to in a way, or shacking up with, because remember you're cold and you're trying to get warm, whoever that is or whatever that energy is, you have to come to this cataclysm in your mind that there's only crumbs, but it's also like dirty energy. So if you mingle in this energy, it's going to make your frequency and your energy all dirty. Like you have to go through. We're allowed to maneuver higher, lower vibrations. We can go wherever we want. That is the freedom, the queen on the chessboard, okay? But if we aren't honest with ourselves about like the energy we're touching and involving ourselves in or whatever, I feel like it just kind of comes in. I see a lot of energy around you maybe that's, yeah, There's confinement. Dirty. This literally says dirty offer. Dirty offer. Interesting. Yes, it's a dirtiness. Like that dirty. And then you have to spend all this time and energy cleaning it off. And it's just like, it's not to say that there's anything wrong with being, I don't want to say that. You need to focus on what you needed to focus on. That was too much compassion for others. That's what that was. We need to just focus on our work right now. All we can be is ourselves. All we can do is be present. All we can do is show up. All we can do is be here now. We are trying to, okay, now I understand, friend. So because I disassociate, I forgot completely the beginning of this reading. Because everything's channeled. I don't know what's going on. Exactly, because reality is stranger than fiction. So I forgot the beginning of our reading. And now I see, we got to laugh. We got to be happy. This is a part of the trick. Part of the enemy wants to bring you down to such a low vibration that you want to exit the matrix. No, see, that you want to exit the game, because you do want to exit the matrix. The matrix is what you're trying to get out of, not the whole game. Because there's something about that we need to be thoughtful of and grounding ourselves in the moment. Perfect kids. What did the thing say? To be in the kingdom. This message keeps coming out because I'm telling you, your child self, whoever you are in your kid form, your little bitty you, it's so confident in knowing what it needs to do in the moment, because it's absolutely a selfish part of you. It's the part of you that says, I am the number one priority in reality. Okay, that version of you has a plan, and its plan is a little reckless. But at the same time, it catapults you to where you're trying to go. But your little you forgets about all the consequences of reality. So there's a little bit of maneuvering that needs to happen here. Yeah, why is that in reverse? Fear is a beacon of light for what you don't want to come find you. Yeah. So fear is a beacon of light. Karma. Fear and karma. You know, karma's a lot simpler of an energy, I feel like, than we make it out to be. It's very simple. It's like give and take. It's, do unto others, whatever. It's literally like everything you do has like this like reverse consequence. It's like no matter what, it's a boomerang of energy. And it's not to say anything's good or bad. It's just to say everything's in balance. It's all good. It's all good. And I feel like the more we realize to be neutral and to stay calm and to stay grounded and to stay present, we naturally fall onto the good karma or fall into God. We fall into grace, we fall into blessedness, or we just need to calm down. We just need to calm down. This is too much. It's okay. Everything's going to be okay. Everything's going to be okay. Like a boss, okay? Everything is going to be okay. Know that you do see a lot happening. There's so much happening, so much. But understand, there are very, very powerful beings that are bigger than us. Remember, we're the grain of sand, or we're just like a little bitty speck in the mega galaxy. We have this universe out there that's huge. Okay, it's all okay. Everything's gonna be okay. What we need to focus on, because think about it, is if the worst of the worst of the worst happens, and we need to survive, okay? Just let's say whatever you need to survive. It's always going to be a better idea to be in a frequency of love or peace or calm or serenity or tranquility or content, like happy things, as much as you can. Because in general, we're helping the planet do that. We're helping the planet maintain homeostasis or balance, or, you know? So when we're doing that, let's focus on not being so stressed out. We can't control this. At this point, this is a thing that we can't, we're not steering the actual machine, but we are in control of our vessel, our spaceship, and, prayer, meditation, and lots of water. Drink lots of water. Go on a walk. I'm about to go do. Go on a walk. Exactly. Karma. Okay? What goes around comes back around. My baby. It's all going to be okay. We need to breathe, and we need to be calm. There's a lot of displacement. There's a lot of predators out there, age gap, maturity, older person. There's a lot of kids on the planet that need the adults to be strong and to be confident and to speak up. Because you know what? Our ancestors didn't have a voice like this. This is a privilege to be able to communicate like this. You are the most important project you will ever work on. We spend so much time doing everything else for everyone else, or to make someone else's something make sense, that we don't even know how to focus on our own projects, our own self. Okay, that's gotta change. You are gonna show up for your people the best when you are your best. It's not all about you. Group thinking is needed for a well-rounded picture and understanding. That complete contradiction is so beautiful, because we need to laugh. We need to not take shit so seriously, and we need to just think before you act. Planning is boring, but it's important. Okay? We gotta calm. We gotta find calm. Let's talk to the ancestors. I want some more abstract, because I'm getting a bit analytical here. And I want to bring in some ancestor wisdom. I want to hit this chime. Ancestors, what is going on? There is so much happening. Thank you so much. It's all coming. So I heard it's all coming back to me now. And don't go chasing waterfalls. Is that a Cher song? Don't go, or it's all coming back to me now. So everything that's happening inside is happening outside, vice versa. So yeah, remember, it's always about the journey. We're we're one, just like we're singular, okay? If we really knew what time it was in solar time and in the stuff the Mayans predicted and the stuff that we understood as what the end meant, we would focus our energy on what needs to be focused on, but we're still under this illusion spell that we have to participate. So once we drop the masks and just let go and go down the water slide into the metaphysical realm, the rabbit hole, take the journey and bring forth what is true, we get to transform. We're going to merge heaven and earth. But there's, I don't like the word cataclysm, but I might have to use it. So we have to prepare, you know? We have to take it seriously, but like take the right thing seriously. You know what I mean? Because I feel like when you take the wrong thing seriously, that's where the anxiety comes from. So once you let go of the forces of energy that are puppeting you, you get to hone in and focus. Yeah, like lightning. And then, can you imagine if you were lightning? You know what I mean? Like you're in the clouds. What is lightning made out of? Who knows? You know, somebody knows. And you just like become this like shockwave, right? And you just like have to express yourself. And you just go down to earth and you just like, you know, shock everyone. That's pretty cool. That's the type of power we have to cultivate. And then we got flow. Look at her. That's what we're doing, guys. We're ready. Humanity is ready for the shift. Okay? I'm so grateful. I don't know how to like minimize. I don't know. Okay. Yeah. Many paths. I love the saying or whatever. God loves diversity, right? Think about how diverse and multi-layered everything is, from grass to butterflies, to the complexity of the butterfly, to an elephant, to the sky, to outer space, to looking through a microscope, to the ocean, okay? The mountains, the intricate masterpiece of reality is beyond our comprehension. I don't care how smart you are. It's not even about smart. It's like, it's not even a logical thing. It's also you have to be as cuckoo as you are smart to actually fathom a little bit of it. You know what I mean? So I just see us, when we can understand that there are many paths for many different people to take, many different souls to go, you know, it's really about not resisting and just standing still, just holding on to the present control that you have, which is over your breath, right? You can control your breathing, you control your, you know, most people can control most of their functioning. Yeah, taming the wind, which is like shutting out the noise, all the thoughts, everything, all the fears, there's too much happening. Ancestors, our DNA and everything we're connected to, and all the earth and everybody and all the multidimensional reality and all the outer spaces, inner spaces, like there's more to this than us. I think we're way on the lower of, you know, we're pretty low on, yeah, which is why I keep picking up on this energy that we're trapped in a prism of light, because I'm seeing it as like our prison, you know, like we're here, it is what it is, like it's weird, but we gotta deal with it. So yeah. Yeah, be calm. You can control your breath. You can control most of your brain functioning. Okay. The healer, which is showing me Erykah Badu. She has a song, The Healer. Oh, it's like one of the best songs on the whole planet. Okay. Yeah. Oh. So this is kind of showing me, so the snakes came out first, and they're like three-headed, guarding these gems. The healer, right? Because the sacred feminine. So as we expose what's been hidden, because the serpent represents the barrier between 3D and not 3D. And as we crack open the egg here, which is the starborn, so the healer you see here is the snake, and then it goes into this starborn, because again, it's now being hatched, it's being birthed. This is the birth canal. This is like we're birthing and creating this shapeshifter energy. So reality's changing at this time. The king means so the king means is double-sided, because it's like showing me the king as in Christ consciousness, just the activation of everyone on the planet, but then also the king meaning like the kings of the world, the rulership, like the structures that we have up right now. These are shifting, these are molding, these are changing. The creators are not only being exposed, but also found within ourselves. Like we're recognizing, oh my God, like I'm a creator, yo, like for real, like I can create a masterpiece. I am a masterpiece. Like I am a weapon. I am this is me. Like you just kind of like discover the truth that you are a piece of art. You are a walking piece of art. You are so uniquely divine and special in a way that is only obtainable and reachable through your belief in yourself. Because other people can see your power. Other people can point out like, oh my gosh, I can see that person's greatness. But until you see your greatness, it's a whole nother level story. And it's like, we're tapping into that truth now and that understanding, and we're hyper focused. The tiger with the snake, like that's such a fierce energy. We got the lion here, we got this fox. These are all very fierce predator animals. Like nobody's messing with any of them. The tiger, who's messing with the tiger? Who's messing with the lion, the snake? I mean, snakes are cursed to live with their belly on the earth. That's a whole nother thing. But the big cats, and even this little guy, the fox, it's a fierceness. So the animals, we're gonna do some animals. Yeah, we'll do both. Like animals I love how they communicate so differently than people. So let's see what animals want to say. What do we need to hear? paint the stars. Don't you remember you painted the stars? The fish, again, we are moving through energy, through waves, we've got to be the most adaptable, flexible beings right now, because the current is taking us, you know, and when we resist it, we just hit rocks, and, you know, we have all these issues. But if we just like embrace it and like just like let loose and let it free and let it flow, yeah, we pass. Because I'm really seeing us sucked into portals. Like, I don't know, my imagination's what it is. So I can't guarantee that it's gonna be a portal, but I do see portals pulling us in. The dragonfly confirms that, because the dragonfly represents a lot of the time that barely unseen place into the place where like the spirits live. And that's the same thing. There's like this, what we would kind of call a portal type of energy that opens up. And there's this light and airiness that we need to have. We got water and air, just all this flow and all this micro working as a macro energy, because fish and dragonflies and the whole air and water element, like the literal molecules, like they all work together in this big oneness. But they're so small. Like it's like a small fish, but there's like a whole bunch of fish swimming together, a school of fish. And then with the dragonfly, I mean, I don't know about that specifically, but I do know that it represents like that thin line between reality and spirit world. Buffalo. The buffalo is like our warrior ancestors, you know? They want us to be tapped into our warrior, to our man, it's funny we talked about critters today. We had the mouse. Yeah, we had critters when we first started talking about the environment outside. You know, the people that were like, I don't know. And now we got these critters. We got these small ones. Because remember, we had all that power when we were talking about becoming stronger and focusing on the inner strength and becoming strong. And now we have all this small energy when we're talking about spirit world and the dimensional barrier. We have the squirrel spirit with the grasshopper spirit. Believe in yourself and take a leap of faith. And the grasshopper has a king's crown on. Actually, and all these animals actually deal with that thin realm where I would consider fairies and Bigfoot or whatever, like the small, well, I guess Bigfoot's not small, but I do see that there's this thinner layer. And all these creatures can float there, especially like hummingbirds, you know, squirrels, grasshoppers. They have this otherworldliness to them, but also of this world, you know, like they belong here, but they kind of have this like otherness to them. Probably the same with octopus, you know, things like that. Even the bat's another perfect example. It's like it goes inside of the earth. Like, how do we not know it doesn't go kick it with homie bats in the hollow earth with the blue people? You know, like we don't know what the bats are doing. And the dolphins, you know, the dolphins and the bats. Like, you can't tell me, you know, for sure that these dolphins don't see mermaids. Coexist in a harmonious way that maybe we need to get back to. Maybe we're lost. Maybe we're the pigs. you know? Maybe, 'cause I was seeing this beetle in my head. Maybe we've been the pigs. And it says, use your mind wisely. We're rediscovering how to use our minds, you know? Which is why we're so chaotic, which is why the reading started how it started. Scarab beetle spirit, magic works through you. I was imagining this beetle when I was talking about those interdimensional creatures that seem to be otherworldly, because when I look at beetles, they like, I don't know, especially the ones that are like green and shiny, like shimmery, you know, there's a certain light fragment or something that when it shines a certain way, you know, it kind of gives off this aura that it's from this place in my memory that has to do with like a lot of light reflection and rainbow energy, colors. I've seen a few movies done like it where there's like an alien species and the whole planet's like kind of like the colorfulness, you know. Actually, you can't see them, but these like this. Like there's some place that's like this, and that's why they trick us with candy. That's why they trick the kids with candy, because I bet you that's heaven or whatever heaven manifests on earth is. We're getting back to that because for some reason it was tricked, and that's why Antarctica is important, and I'm gonna talk about it. But like from there, that space that has been for some reason blocked to us, to now we've been stuck in hell. We're getting out of hell and we're going back into heaven, and heaven is going to be very beautiful, and different things are going to show up. Okay, different things that you maybe didn't think were, you know, going to show up. But if we can adapt and accept and ride the waves as they come, you know, we discover new species every day, like bugs, and I don't know, they discover some crazy stuff, guys. It's bizarre, like how much they oh, this year we discovered this more minute, like how, like, okay. So just know that time is only speeding up if you think of it that way, and we have a lot to process, and it's okay to take a break. You need to take a break. I know you're not getting a break. Nobody's getting enough of a break right now, and this is heavy and this is tiring, and we need to go hibernate like bears, because that's the time of year it is. So unless that's not your vibe, so you can go achieve and climb that mountain, which you should, and that's not what I mean. Like, be ambitious, but like channel it where it benefits you and not just the system or the matrix. Make sure it's something that like elevates you and your family, or in spirit and soul, like not just in materialism, which is so interesting because like Hollywood, you can kind of tell like one of the reasons it's demising or falling down or whatever is because they're so weird that they're rich and famous. One of their hobbies or ways to entertain themselves or whatever is to go dress in these flamboyant attires, which cosplay is great. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying some of it's the exaggeration of it to the point where like there's no morality in it, meaning like think about animals, and I don't know the whole totality of it, but you can just kind of see the humor and the clown and the joke of it all